Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Yenna and you're watching Complete Quality Review. Today is going to be a review of the DJI MINI 2, a drone that's somewhat old now, but I'm extremely excited about doing this review. I've already played around with the drone, I've done a lot of tests on it, and I've taken it through a lot so far. And I like it. It's definitely going to be my go-to drone moving forward if I'm not doing anything that's too professional. So what you're going to see today is me demonstrating a couple of its modes and also demonstrating its capabilities and what you can do with it. I think it is good for a beginner, and if you're not a beginner, it is also good. So if this is your very first drone, like you don't have a drone at all, or maybe all you have is like really basic drones, you don't have a drone at all, this is a good drone to get. And if you get this drone, you will be happy with it. So as you know, right now my highest drone that I have is the DJI Air 2S. I absolutely love that drone. But from flying that drone and coming to the Mini 2, there's a lot of what makes the Air 2S great in the Mini 2. Let me explain. For my preference, the main things is accuracy and reliability. And I like to be very delicate with my controls. So if the drone doesn't have any delay or lag when you're flying it, and you can be very precise, that is my number one thing. And that is exactly what the Air 2S obviously does while all DJI drones. So even though it's missing some of the track modes and stuff like that, as you'll see when I show you, I have fun and I'm totally fine with tracking an object manually with me doing the controls. I don't even feel the need for those auto modes. One of the things I actually like is I don't know how everybody likes to fly, but I like using my drones for a multitude of things. And what I really like using it for is exploration. So I like kind of going in a forest and looking at things, seeing if maybe you'll spot an animal, flying around and stuff like that. With the DJI Air 2S and definitely something like a Mavic 2 Pro, Alto Evo 2, or anything that's bigger, it's going to be hard to fit it in a very, forest area with trees and branches and stuff everywhere. With this Mini, it was so nice to get this little thing in the trees, and I'll show the footage. But you'll see I'm going through trees, I'm going through branches and stuff, and I like to me it's relaxing, and it's like I like to explore with it a little bit. And it's so quiet, it's so precise, I didn't worry about hitting anything or anything like that. So as usual, this is just the first video on this drone. As you know, or if this is your first time watching, when I do a review on a drone, you're always going to see a series of videos after, at least 4 or 5 after. I'm working on the Mini videos, I'm going to be working on Air 2S videos, I'm going to be still working on videos on my other drones. So if this is your first time watching this and you like this, and you like this type of thing and it's helpful to you, or you think it could be helpful, consider subscribing, liking, clicking the bell icon, because even if I don't have them now, I'm going to have more drones later, and I'm going to have more videos doing a multitude of things with these drones. So it may be, nice to watch. Everybody reviews a little differently. I just try to go a little more in depth and try to give a little bit of education on it. So for me, if I had no drone at all, I would get the Mini 2 and I would be fine with it. I wouldn't go with the Mini. I wouldn't go with the Mini SE. I would just go with the Mini 2. If you're thinking about the Mini, I'm not going to knock you for getting the Mini, but there's just so many things that the Mini 2 does better. And it would, especially if you're coming from no drone, the Mini, the first Mini is going to leave you some room that you're going to want more. It's going to leave some, room where you're going, I wish it did this, or I wish it went further, or I wish it was more stable, or I wish, it had this and that. The Mini 2, you don't really get that feeling. Again, I'm coming from the Air 2S to this, and I'm fine with it. It's what I've been flying happily now for the past couple of days. So I just wanted to get that out of the way and just try to educate you guys. So if this is something you're interested in. So yeah, we're going to get to that review, and I'm going to take it through its paces and also share footage of what I did before on top of what we're going to do today. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you learn something from it, and know that I appreciate you watching and any way you contribute to the channel. Let's go. Okay, so today, typically I fly with my phone. Today we're going to be using my tablet on a tablet mount. And I am using the Samsung Tab 6 10.5-inch tablet. That's what we're going to fly with today. And we have the Fly More kit, so we have 3 batteries. Just right now, the drone is still new, and the batteries are still new and haven't been cycled yet. So when I pushed it until it basically wanted to land on its own, it lasted about 22, 24-ish minutes, about that. But typically, as you cycle the batteries more, they should last a little longer and get closer to what it's rated at, that 30 minutes roughly. So yeah, so that's about where we're at with it. I think when it gives you the warning though, it's about maybe 18 minutes, around there, at least as the batteries as they are now at the time of this video, at the time of these only being cycled like maybe 3 or 4 times. So the batteries are still brand new. So we got the Fly More kit. Another tip I want to drop. I purchased this Fly More kit on Amazon. I go to Amazon a lot because they have renewed products. That's not to say you can't go to eBay or anything else, they're safe. But I like Amazon because you're going to get your fast shipping. They have excellent customer support in case if anything gets lost or anything messed up. And they always have this thing with Renew. So Renew is typically supposed to be refurbished, so to speak, but a little higher than just refurbished. So I'm just letting you guys know, the regular DJI Mini 2 on the DJI website, its MSRP price is $449 USD. I went on Amazon and got the Fly More kit, which really runs you $599 USD. I got the Fly More kit on Amazon for $498, which is basically $500. So you're paying $50 more to get your multi-charger that charges 3 batteries, 2 additional batteries, so 3 in total. This weather carry case, so you can get it wet in the rain, sit it on the grass, dirt, or whatever, and you'll just be able to wipe it off. You do get your extra props. What is it? Your extra props. Yeah, I think that's it. You get your extra batteries, your bag, your extra props, and that's your Fly More kit for $500. You're only paying $50 more. I think that's a great deal. It said renewed, but when I got it, it came brand new in a box with the clear airtight seal over it. It was brand new for $500. So that's a big savings. So I really want to recommend going to Amazon to get it. I actually just demonstrated this drone to my brother-in-law who was looking at getting a drone, and he seen it and he went right to Amazon and got him a Mini 2 for the same price, $498 for the Fly More bundle. So you're basically paying $50 for something that will cost way more. The bag is its own price. Each battery is its own price. You're paying $50 extra to get 2 extra batteries, a bag, and spare propellers. So, just a quick show. This is it. This is the Mini 2. Okay, so this is my hand, and it's a little smaller than my hand. Okay, it also comes, when you get the Fly More combo, it also comes with this little band that wraps around it that keeps the propellers in line. We got our gimbal cover there on the front. These are just air intake vents on the front there. We have our USB-C in the back, and we have where you put your micro SD. for, you know, again, if this is your first time watching the video, I recommend getting an SD card, putting it in there, and everything you record, when you take this SD card and you put it on your computer, you put it on your phone and you pull that footage, that's the footage that is going to have the highest resolution. What you see on your transmission screen is not actually the limit of how good this looks. You got to pull it from that SD card. Okay, so we're going to unpin that. I'm going to drop that in the bag. We're going to take the gimbal cover off. Drop that in the bag. Just like all DJI drones, the front arms are going to fold out. And then these ones here on the side, you're going to push down and they're going to rotate out. And it is very lightweight. Obviously, it's 249 grams, so it's like a half a pound, 0.5 pounds. It's very lightweight, even with the battery in it. We have our sensors on the bottom there, and that's going to help it be stable, you know. It's going to help it hold its place, and it's going to help it when it's indoors. And we have our 4K camera there on the front, which despite being so small, it looks really good. 3-axis gimbal. The 3-axis gimbal is going to help it wherever the drone's moving. Is going to keep your footage straight, nice and straight, nice and stable. I've even flown this in wind when it was storming, about the storm, it was blowing all around, and the drone was stable. The drone moved a little bit, but when I looked down at my screen, the footage was perfect. So yeah, I think that's about the gist of it. It's very quiet, very lightweight. Oh yeah, caught me off guard here too. The power button is here on the bottom. It's that little button on the bottom here. And when you first turn it on, you push it once, you're gonna see it light up. And then when you hold it and push it again, it'll come on. As for the battery, it goes in here. You pop up here, and that's like the inside. And I'm gonna grab a battery. Right here, this is also your charger that it comes with the Fly More bundle, and it stores 3 little batteries in there. So I'm gonna put this here, pull the battery out. We're gonna slide that right in there, close that, make sure it clicks. When we turn it on, you hit the button. You may not see in the sunlight, but you push it, they all lit up, and then I hold it and they fill up. Now it's powering on. You'll hear that famous DJI boot up sound, okay? Here. And then we have the controller, which is just like the Air 2 and the Air 2S controller. If you haven't seen my other video, in a nutshell, I love this controller. I love the height of it, so it's comfortable in your hands, especially if you have bigger hands. It has nice rubber there on the back that supports. Your phone stores here, pulls up. It can fit all size phones, large phones, all of that. Your cord is stored in here, and it comes with all the cords for iOS, older Android and newer Android. So USB-C, micro USB, and USB-C to lightning cable for your iOS. We have our gimbal wheel here, and we have our record button and our camera picture here. Okay, so I just want to stop this part of the video because in the original part of the video, I misspoke about the controller on these 2 buttons. So this button here is the button that allows you to switch between photo mode and record mode. So on your screen, when you push this button, it'll switch to record mode, which will show a red button, and you push it again, and it'll turn to a white button, which is where you snap a photo. Right above that button here, your right trigger, that is your snap a photo button or record button. So depending on which mode you switch it to, you'll click this at the top to snap a picture or record your video. The button over here, your FN button, which is short for function, this button can be set to 2 different modes. You could set it to 1 press and double press. So right now I have it set where if I push it once, it'll just automatically bring up my camera settings. And if I double press it, it'll bring up my exposure. And if you hold this button down, the FN button, if you hold it down while you're scrolling your gimbal, that's how you'll zoom in and out, okay? So that's it for the controller. As for the battery pack that comes with it, with the Fly More kit, or if you buy this separately, it stores 3 batteries and it charges 1 battery at a time. And it's going to choose the battery that has the most voltage, the battery that is closest to being full to get you up and flying quicker. So if you have 3 batteries and one is like you drained it all the way to like 2% and you drained the other one to 5%, but the other one has 20%, so it can get you in the air faster. It's going to start charging the one at 20% because it can get that to 100% quicker and get you at least flying with one full battery, and then it'll go down the line and charge like that. It's not going to charge the weakest battery because then it's going to take it a long time to fully charge that battery. Okay, so that's it for the charger. Just wanted to correct that part. Let's continue to the video. Okay, we got the little air intake vents there. We have our speed control. Just a little spoiler alert, in sport mode, this top speed of this drone is 33 miles per hour. Okay, we have our return to home button and we have our power button. Okay, and like before, we store our sticks in the bottom here. So I pull these out of the bottom and they screw on the top. So when you're storing a drone, it makes it easy. When you're storing it flat, you don't have to worry about the sticks poking up or breaking off or anything like that. So we got our controller set up. I'm gonna show something else. This is, I got from Amazon. I think it was like 18 or 20 bucks. This is the tablet mount. And it comes in this gray color. It's really nice. And it matches with the controller. So this is the way you store your tablet, and again, it still goes for a regular phone. So they made it really well. When you install this, it just, well, you got to remove your cord first. It hooks around there, and you just press it in, and it clicks in just like that, just that easy. And if you want to remove it, you push the button, and it'll just pop right out. But it's also good too because I like having a lanyard. So I wanted this too for a lanyard. When you have this stock controller, you're not going to be able to have your lanyard. So that's what I like it for. And I can still easily just fit my phone right in there and it's fine. And then you're going to get your USB and it's going to plug right in there. And this is the bag. We got enough space for the charger, the controller. We have a front pouch. We have a front zipper. There are our spare propellers. And it comes with a screwdriver and it comes with spare controller sticks as well in case you break or lose those or drop those off. And we have a little front pouch in here as well. So that is the gist of it. So I just wanted to do a little overview. I know you guys may see the unboxing and all that, but I still like to go over it. So now I'm going to mount my tablet and we're going to start out going over some of the features.
So guys, I have to apologize. I'm going to actually end the video here. The reason being is while I was editing the video, I realized that if I added the flight footage and going over the features, kind of the review and first impressions of it, it would make this video too long. So I want to respect you guys' time and kind of give you a point where you can stop. And if you want to see the next video, that'll be a second part video. The video is already recorded and completed. At the end of this video, when the video cards come up at the end, whatever I decide to name it, whether it's part 2 or flight features first impression, it's going to be at the end of this video. So after you're done watching this video, you'll be able to just click part 2 and go to that video right from here. Okay, so it'll be broken down in 2 parts. I like to go in depth, so sometimes it's hard to shrink the videos, but I don't want you guys watching a video that's like 40 minutes long. That, that's just not, we don't want it that long. So this will be part 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And then there's going to be a flight features video. And also know that there's going to be more videos on this drone coming out. And I always update my cards at the end. So when I come out with a 3rd video and a 4th video, I'm going to add all those to the end of all the videos that have to do with the DJI MINI or whatever drone I'm working with. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys learned something. And if I can just help one person or, maybe talk one person into getting into drones or buying that drone or pulling that trigger on that drone, then that is great. I just want to take things that I learned and pass it on to you guys to contribute to the community. And somebody who knows more than me can teach me and I can teach you guys and we can just all teach each other. And yeah, so I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing. I'm going to also have more drones. I'm going to be bringing more footage of the Air 2S. I'm going to be getting the Autel Nano Plus when it comes out, the Autel Lite, and those will be on here too. So if you're interested in those drones or anything like that, maybe consider subscribing now, because I will buy those drones and I will have them and I will be going in detail. We all review differently, so you know, it doesn't hurt to have additional resources for whatever hobby you're interested in too. So I just like to say that it's, you know, it's not just going to be the same drones. I'm always going to be trying to get the newest drones. Sadly, the Hubsan Zeno drone got lost in transit and then they all sold out. So I just had to get my refund on that drone. So I'm going to set that money aside and try to get the Autel Nano. So anyway, see you later, guys. Thanks again for watching.